Conflict in Ukraine poses immediate threat to children. UNICEF is working to scale up life-saving support for children and their families. Escalating conflict in Ukraine poses an immediate and growing threat to the lives and well-being of the country's 7.5 million children. Humanitarian needs are multiplying and spreading by the hour. Children have been killed. Children have been wounded. They are being profoundly traumatized by the violence all around them. Hundreds of thousands of people are on the move, and family members are becoming separated from their loved ones. We must protect all children in Ukraine. Now, they need peace. The past 8 years of conflict in eastern Ukraine have inflicted profound and lasting damage to children on both sides of the line of contact. Now, the suffering extends across the country. Hundreds of thousands are without safe water or electricity due to damage to infrastructure. UNICEF is working to scale up humanitarian delivery in the east and expanding across the country as needed. UNICEF is working around the clock to scale up life-saving programs for children. This includes ramping up efforts to meet critical and escalating needs for safe water, healthcare, education and protection. Pre-positioning health, hygiene and emergency education supplies as close as possible to communities near the line of contact. Working with municipalities to ensure that there is immediate help for children and families in need. Supporting mobile teams providing child protection services and psychosocial care to children traumatized by the chronic insecurity. Continuing emergency response efforts to address the COVID-19 outbreak, including by working with municipalities to increase COVID-19 vaccination rates, and by strengthening awareness raising and capacity building efforts. What's happening in Ukraine? The escalating conflict in Ukraine poses an immediate and growing threat to the lives and well-being of the country's 7.5 million children. Hundreds of homes have been damaged or destroyed, while damage to civilian infrastructure has left hundreds of thousands of people without safe water, electricity or water. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of people are on the move, most of them women and children. Women and girls, especially those displaced and traveling on their own, are especially exposed to gender-based violence. After 8 years of conflict in eastern Ukraine, children and their families also need systematic protection services to address gender-based violence, violence against children and to access psychosocial care. Mine risk education and mine victim assistance are critical as explosive ordnance contamination remains a major source of threat to life, safety and stability. UNICEF calls for an immediate ceasefire and reminds all parties of their international obligations to protect children from harm, and to ensure that humanitarian actors can safely and quickly reach children in need.